Hey everyone, today is Saturday, May 8th. The time right now is 1:09 p.m. and the temperature is 13 degrees Celsius. I'm here at the intersection of Spadina Avenue and Queen Street West. And there's a look east along Queen Street. And that's a look to the north into Chinatown. And the plan for this one is to go for a walk around the perimeter of the Alexandra Park neighborhood. I'll just cross over to the north side of Queen as soon as the light lets me, and then I will walk west along Queen over to Bathurst Street, and then it'll be north up to Dundas, and then I'll head east through Chinatown to Spadina and Dundas, and then south back to the same intersection. So this walk should be somewhere around 2.5 kilometers or so, and it should take about 30 minutes. So now I'm heading west along the north side of Queen Street. And there's a look into Alexandra Park. And on Spadina, I'll be heading south past the Super 8 Hotel. And the city has recently agreed to acquire that property. Oh, hello, how's it going? You busted me. That was neat. As I was saying, the city's agreed to acquire the Super 8 Hotel property and convert it into public housing. So we'll take a look into that property as I head by. It is supposed to rain a bit later today. And this is Augusta Avenue coming up. I have done a walk that explores Alexandra Park. And if I remember, I'll link to that in the description of this video. That neighborhood is undergoing a redevelopment project, quite similar to what's happening at Regent Park on the east end. Oh, hello. That's
the crotch cannon.
2 people that have called me out so far. Although he said, I love your snaps. And there's a look north up Denison. This area along Queen is one of the more popular retail stretches of the city. There's Portland Street, and just behind these buildings, or at least on the east side there, is Graffiti Alley. And on a day like today, I think it would be quite busy along there. And this is the crowd, or the busiest I've seen Queen Street in quite a while.
See when I put you down.
There's the Bovine Sex Club.
And Dawson, there was
And coming up is Bathurst Street, so here I'll head north.
You guys feeling hungry?
Now it's north up the east side of Bathurst. I'm feeling some light raindrops start to fall. There's a look southbound Bathurst. And just to the west of here is the rather popular Queen West neighborhood. And there's the West Neighborhood House. Here's a little turnaround for streetcars. And a look to the east, you can see the financial district popping up over those buildings. Oh, that laugh made me jump a little bit. So, as I was saying earlier, Alexandra Park is bound by Bathurst Street to the west here. So everything on the right would be Alexandra Park. And that neighborhood has around 4,500 residents. Although I think with all the new developments going in, there will soon be a lot more. And Cantonese is the most spoken language other than English in this neighborhood. And that would make sense given the close proximity to Chinatown. And the fact that much of Chinatown was settled by Cantonese speakers. Although I think I read that Mandarin was the third most spoken language outside of English and Cantonese and other Chinese dialects. I don't know what those would be. Bathurst is kind of an interesting hodgepodge of old homes mixed with retail, a few offices. It really doesn't seem to have a coherent presence. And here is Alexandra Park. I've always quite liked this mural on the wall here. As you can see, there's a rather large tent community that's sprung up here. And prior to the pandemic, there wasn't anywhere near this many tents in this park. There was always one or two. But sadly, this type of scene has played out in a lot of parks around the city. Trinity Bellwoods is another one that comes to mind. And where all these skateboarders are, is where there's usually a nice outdoor skating surface in the winter. The province has sort of outlawed outdoor activities like golf and tennis. I don't really know what their thoughts are on tennis or on skateboarding, but I don't see any problems with that. There's one of the city's numerous Buddhist temples. That's the Chiang Kwok Buddhist Temple. And the last time I walked by, I couldn't quite track down the year that it was built. There's a community center on the right. That's the Scatting Court Community Center. You know, there's a lot of outreach work done in this immediate area. And there's the Sanderson Branch Library. And this would be Dundas Street coming up. And I think that there is the most urban fast food drive-thru in the city. Bathurst is often considered to be the western border of downtown, so that McDonald's would be just outside of downtown. There's a COVID-19 testing center right next to the hospital. That would be Toronto Western. And it has started to rain a bit heavier right now. I don't have an umbrella with me. This is a neat little section of street food vendors. I'm trying to keep my eye on the viewfinder to make sure no rain gets on the lens. And on the north side of Dundas here is the Kensington Market neighborhood. I don't know why I struggled to say that.
I can get you and your family on the list. That is what
And there's a large swimming pool connected to the community center. All right, I'm gonna have to maybe cover up the camera with my hand. This is a rather high-tech solution. I didn't think it was going to rain for a few more hours. I was also thinking of testing out a live stream on my other channel, Johnny Stumbles. That would be my first cycling live stream. I've got a few different setups to test. I've been debating between going with a handlebar mount or the helmet mount or the chest mount. And I have a few different cameras to test that on. There's Green's Vegetarian Chinese Restaurant. There's a look south down Denison, right next to Ryerson Public School. There's where the latest phase of the redevelopment of Alexandra Park will be going in. So the north side of Dundas here is where Kensington Market and Chinatown kind of blend together. And there's some kind of memorial. And there's what a lot of the housing used to look like in Alexandra Park. That's the Atkinson Housing Co-op right there. I think these units have mostly been vacated, or they're in the process of doing so. They're trying not to displace too many of the existing residents. I think they're being shuffled around to other housing, and then they'll have the option to move back into the newer housing once it's completed. That's similar to the process that they've been following in Regent Park. There's quite the lineup for juicy dumpling.
All been paid for.
And this would be the heart of the main downtown Chinatown. Let's look north up Spadina. So it continues on north and to the east for quite a bit, and a few blocks to the south. And I'm now walking south down the west side of Spadina Avenue. And this will take me right back to where we started. And I think from there, I'll just hop on a streetcar and head home. Fortunately, our positive cases are on the decline, as are hospitalizations and ICU cases, so I hope we're just a few weeks out from reopening everything, at least to some extent. There's a look into Alexandra Park. And here is the Super 8. And this is the hotel that the city has agreed to purchase and convert into public affordable housing. And I think it's currently functioning as a shelter for youths, and they'll be relocated, I think, either to Peter or Richmond Street. I was reading that a lot of people are kind of disappointed that that hotel is closing because it's one of the few relatively clean and affordable downtown hotels. I've never been there myself.
Great day, Cannabis Boutique now open 9 to 10.
The rain has sure let up.
How is the new? Oh, is that really?
And here I could either go north up to Spadina Station on one of these streetcars, or I could head east over to Osgood or Queen Station. They are running shuttle buses between St. Clair and Shepherd today. So that means I won't have the easiest of connections getting home. Should take me about 40 minutes up to Yonge and Eglinton. And here we go, right back to where I started. And I do not see a northbound streetcar. Yes, I do. There's one coming. If I was smart, I just would have gone to the platform right there, but that's where I'll head to now. All right, so I've managed to clumsily put on my mask. And on that note, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch this walk around the perimeter of Alexandra Park. From the intersection of Queen and Spadina, then I went west over to Bathurst. Then I headed north up to Dundas, and then east over to Spadina, and then south back down to where I started. And now I will jump on the next streetcar. All right, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you on the next one.